Look who got Aidan Hutchinson in the draft. Look who got the Wolverine in the draft, but the guy who's generally managing for the hometown team. This is amazing, Brad. How psyched were you?
Oh yeah, it was just a great feeling. The whole organization is excited. Obviously this city, this community is excited to land him. But he's always been, even before this year, the first time I saw Aidan really was back in 2020 when I was still with the Rams, actually. And, he was kind of playing a different position. He was kind of playing more of an interior role. But I was just a huge fan of the player, and obviously he suffered the injury. But when I first saw him, he reminded me of Chris Long a little bit. And, I was with the Rams back when we drafted Chris Long. And the reason why that was such a unique comparison is because at the time back in, I think that was, 08, we're more of like a four-man front team defense. And Chris Long was running like a 34 at UVA. And so then we had to project him as kind of an edge guy, and so then you fast forward to Aidan, and, again, still with the Rams, I think Brandon Staley was running our defense at the time. We're running more of a 34 front at the time. And then we're like, man, this guy can really be a 5 technique, or he can be a bunch of different things. But then you see him in, the next season, and he just shows a whole new toolbox that I was like, wow. And it just kind of it was an uptick in excitement and light for him. But really, really excited about him.
Well, I mean, it's only fitting that I hear sirens in the background when you talk about getting Aidan Hutchinson second overall, because I think it is theft and robbery, personally. Is it true, Brad Holmes, I heard that as soon as Travon Walker was named the first overall pick by Jacksonville, the Lions immediately selected Aidan Hutchinson and were told by the league to slow your roll because it was too fast. You put the card in too fast. Is that true or false?
Yeah,
Brad?
And you know what, Rich? We actually, I actually tried to be more compliant with the rules because I know we kind of got slapped on the wrist last year with Penei Sewell. Mm-hmm. And I think it was really well documented that, the video and the uproar and the explosion and excitement of just turning Penei's card in. So I actually thought I was more mindful of like, okay, all right, like how long do we got to wait for this? And I don't even remember what anybody said. And I just guess I'm just calling. And then I just called. So I guess I just, unconsciously kind of violated again. But no, it was, once we saw that name, it was just, hey, let's call him. Let's make him a Detroit Lion.
Yeah, there's no use in waiting. I'm going to take the hit on that, Brad, to be honest with you. Because as a host of the NFL Draft, I've done it 18 times. Nothing gums up our broadcast more than picks coming in too fast. We need the time to chew on what just happened and to ruminate on what's about to happen. And so the league knows that, and so they kind of make sure that the first couple of picks don't come so fast and furious that it happens too fast. I'll take the hit for you, Brad.
Well,
okay.
Totally understand. I'll keep that in mind. Hopefully, we're not picking this high.
Yes.
Next year.
Exactly. So when you're deep in the first round, Brad, and you're in that best player on the board argument, you can take your time. You know what I mean? You could just take your time.
Absolutely. Well, much respect to the process. I'll try to be in better compliance.
So then, what was it like getting Aidan in the building for the first time? Walk me through day one and day one to the current day. Brad.
Yeah, it was fun because we just had him in, pre-draft. We had him in for a visit.
Yeah, and he was thrown out the first pitch at a Tiger game. I saw that.
Yeah, we just had him in for a visit right before the draft, and me, him, and Dan are just sitting in the office, in Dan's office, kind of just talking about ball and life and all that stuff, and then fast forward, and then it's him and the rest of his family. They come in from Vegas. And we're like in the same spot but it just did really feel like a good family atmosphere. We try to, kind of create that atmosphere here and create that environment. But it was good to have Aidan here. And it was funny. I remember that I said he reminded me of Chris Long. Mm-hmm. And when I first saw him the year before, and I never forget the first time I met Chris Long, I was a combine scout, and he shows up to catch the train to catch the tram to go to the hotel from the airport, and he had a jug of water, like a gallon jug of water. And Aidan walks in the building after he flew from Vegas, and he's got a gallon jug of water in his hand, and I'm like, okay, I see a lot of similarities there.
Yeah, that might not be conditioning. That might be coming from Vegas, to be very honest with you, Brad. Just,
But no, it was good. He fit right in. It seems like he was a welcome addition. His guy comes from a great family, and I met his parents before at the pro day actually. So it just seemed like all the stars aligned.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.